Highlander in For Honor is a very technical character, and when I mean technical, I mean hard to even master.
Sorry. I know, it's hard.
But not impossible to master. Highlander has a very unique kit where he can basically switch from defensive form to offensive form, which the offensive form is very powerful, but it is very hard to get out due to the level of stress that you get whenever you lose with Highlander in game. But today I will go over Highlander's entire kit, from his moves to his gear perks and to some combos I have and etc. But hopefully this video does help, and if it does, consider subscribing to join the Red Pet today. But let's get straight into it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to really go over with Highlander, we're going to go over his defensive form moves first before we go into his offensive form. So first thing we'll go over are the chains. Now, he does have chain lights and chain heavies, so he goes light into heavy, light into heavy, or you can go heavy into heavy. Like, that's really kind of it when it comes to Highlander. You can't go into like heavy or light, but you can go into light, or heavy. And you can fake the heavy if you want to. You go light and heavy too. It really is up to you, honestly. Next, we're going to go over the dodge attacks in defensive form. So he has Celtic Curse, which is a front forward dodge heavy that does 24 damage. And he also has a side dodge light that does around 14 damage. Now, it does have the FP input, but it does a light. It counts as a light. It does 14 damage. Now, you can mix this up to perform a side dodge heavy that does 24 damage.
Hey, that's pretty good.
You just gotta basically move to the left or the right whenever you're doing Celtic Curse. So if you do front forward Celtic Curse and you go straight to the left, you basically get that side dodge heavy, which does 24 damage. Alright, next we're going to talk about how you can get into offensive form. Now, there is a way you can get into offensive form. It's very easy. All you gotta do is hold the heavy button, and you're basically in offensive form like this. Now, if you release it, you can get yourself a heavy here, which does around 26 damage, and it's on all sides. Now, you'll just have to practice with getting into offensive form. It'll take some getting used to, but it's all about muscle memory when holding it down and just keeping it held down after you throw out a heavy too. Now, in offensive form, Highlander has different sets of moves that are really good in offensive form. This is where Highlander's more bread and butter attacks, or just his big scary looking attacks, or just big damage attacks, they come into effect for him, especially his little grab here, which you can do off the rip if you want to, but you can also do it by holding back the left stick and basically guard break to get that grab off if you want to, or you can just do it off the rip by doing front forward A plus X, which is basically front forward in the guard break.
Hello there.
To get that grab, basically caper toss. Highlander also has a kick within his offensive stance as well, which is really cool. You can get a wall splat, which can guarantee that heavy as well. The only thing about the kick is that people will tend to dodge that kick and guard break you. So you don't want to let that happen. You want to use the kick whenever you're trying to dodge your opponent's attacks and go for the kick, or whenever your opponent just does not feel like dodging, you can just go for the kick. Or if they just don't dodge it, then yeah, that's on them. Highlander also has his offensive form light, which you can also spam, but I highly advise from spamming this move because it can be parried. You have to just watch the timing on how the Highlander throws the light, whichever side they throw it on, and also just get the timing down of the parry itself, or just the parry window really. But you can definitely parry it and block it. It's not that bad of a light. The only thing I would say is just not to spam it, as you just don't want to just ruin your button.
I see.
Highlander also has the emote within offensive stance, which is this. You mainly press Y if you're on console, and it's just the offensive form emote. Now on PC, I don't know what you have to press. Now on PlayStation, you have to press triangle for this emote as well. The emote is good within your mix-ups to just throw your opponent off, really. So say like you're going for this, and then you go for this again, throwing that kick out, possibly confusing them if you want to. Or if you're trying to just go for, let's say, like a grab here, like you go for the emote to just startle them and then go for the grab, it's not that bad either. I would highly recommend using the emote within your mix-ups when you can, but at the same time, it is pretty cool to spam and just get this cool kind of thing here. Just go ahead and just spam them if you want to. And also in offensive form, you can feint your heavy or your unblockable heavy into the kick if you want to. It's not that bad, honestly. It's really cool to get the kick out too. It's a good way to just get the kick out if you can. Now sometimes people will not fall for this. They really won't, and they will dodge and possibly guard break you if they want to. But sometimes it is really good and satisfying to get this off when you can. All you gotta do is just press X. So whenever you let this heavy fly, you press X and you can get the kick out. And also Highlander can also get a guaranteed heavy off of guard break, a guaranteed top heavy too, which is honestly really good. Next, we're gonna go over Highlander zone. Now Highlander zone is not that bad, to be honest. Now I'm gonna let the full zone rip, is 18, 20, and 22 is not that bad of a zone. The only thing I just don't like about it is how slow it is, but you can also feint the zone to possibly get a guard break off if you can. Like, you can possibly get the guard break. It depends on the opponent. If they fall for it, they fall for it, really. But honestly, it just makes Highlander look like the heaviest and slowest Beyblade ever.
Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip! Let's fight!
And this is Highlander's running attack. It does 25 damage and also 28 damage for the second heavy. But that's pretty much it. It just does big damage. That's all. And also, I did forget, Highlander has crushing counters within his kit as well. And it's on all sides in defensive form. So you see here, he does have crushing counters on all sides. You see here, Highlander has crushing counters on all sides. They're not that bad. They do 18 damage whenever you try to get them off. They're really good. Just for countering your opponent. That's all it is. And also, another way you can get into offensive form, which is honestly my fault for missing, is you can go straight into offensive form while going in to cut the curse.
That's awesome!
So basically, you want to go for your front dodge heavy, which is cut the curse, and just hold down heavy, and you'll be able to get into offensive stance very easily. You can also get into offensive stance with the side dodge attack as well, or after a light if you want to. You just got to hold down the heavy. That's all you got to really do to get in offensive form. It's not that hard. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be doing it right here for Highlander's moves. Now I'm going to show you guys a little bit of combos that I know with Highlander. All right, so these will be a bit of practice combos. They're not going to be like big juicy like tech like exploit combos. No, like I won't be doing that or showing that. I'm just going to be showing you guys what I usually do whenever I play with Highlander. So for this one, I like to go into Celtic Curse, go into offensive stance, and go for my heavy if I ever get the kickoff. That's one combo I like to do. For this one, I like to go for Celtic Curse, go right on the left stick, get the kickoff, and go for heavy if I can get that off, dude. All right, so this next one is mainly in offensive stance. So for the next one, I like to go for the offensive light, into the emote, into the kick, going for the heavy. This one is a bit... It can happen, but at the same time it can't because some people might dodge it. So I like to go for the offensive form emote here. Go for the grab from forward X, let the heavy go, feint the kick into a guard break, into a heavy. Yeah, guys, that's gonna be the combos right there. Those are just little practice combos that if you want to use those, you can use them. Like, you're free to use those if you want to, dude. I really do not care. Sometimes I will use those in game, other times I won't, and I'll just go and just do stupid stuff. I mean, you can just literally use these combos if you want to, dudes, and just go with it, man. But next, we're gonna move on to the feats. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, now I'm going to be going over the feats that I have right here just for a build. I'm not gonna go over the entire feats. I'm gonna literally just talk about feats that I have. Now, if you want like a full rundown of all the feats and whatnot, I will leave the link for the info hub in my description. That way you guys can go check it out and possibly come up with the best build for you and look at the percentages for all the feats if you want to. But here we go. So for the first one that I'm taking fast recovery for my build here when using Highlander in Dominion or in just Breach. So for fast recovery, it's a passive. Stamina regenerates very faster. I want my stamina to come back very fast because most of the moves that Highlander has, it does cost a bit of stamina. So I really want to use this one to help with that stamina regeneration. Now for the second one here, I have Inspire, which mainly all your allies and yourself deal more damage, and soldiers will fight faster as well. So this will help with you and your allies whenever you're fighting in like a 44 situation, like someone's death balling and all four of you guys gotta fight on that one point. Basically, you can throw this out and your allies get more damage and you deal more damage as well. So I like to take this one just to help out with the death balling a little bit. Now for the third one here, I like to take Fury. Now this one, it does raise sprint speed. Now for this one, it does raise your sprint speed and attack and defense. Now Fury is okay. I mean, I like it. It's not too bad, but I also will take the longbow sometimes. Now the longbow is another good one that I would like to take whenever I play with characters that have the longbow because it does a lot of damage. It's not just moderate damage, it does a lot of damage. I honestly like the longbow sometimes. Now some people don't like it because it just feels like a cowardly way to fight, but at the same time it's Dominion. Everyone else is going to fight the way they want to fight, whether they just do a tactical retreat or if they use their longbow or use the feats. They just have to use them. I mean, it's in the game or it's in that mode, so you just have to use them, man. Now for the last one, it is up for grabs on what you want to do for the last one. There is Spear Storm, which is really good. It does medium damage. There is Fire Flask, which is good for the minion lane in my opinion. Fire Flask is always good for minion lane or for killing your opponents. I mean, well, really for killing the opponent and taking the W, but I like to take Champion's Aura. Champion's Aura is honestly my favorite since it does gain an aura which heals you and nearby allies. Mainly this will heal you while you're healing your allies as well. So say like your entire allies are low, you can just throw this up and you'll be able to heal yourself and your allies. It's honestly not that bad. All right, guys, next we're going to go over his entire gear perks. This is just going to be an overview of all his gear perks and what he has. So here we go. For his first one, he has Aegis, which all shields received are increased by 20%. For his second one, he has Shields Up. When revived, receive a temporary plus 25 health shield. For his third one, he has Bastion. When in a zone or carrying a banner/offering, gain 10% damage resistance. For Highlander's fourth gear perk, he has Vengeful Barrier. When exiting Revenge, gain a temporary plus 25 health shield. For his fifth one, he has Last Stand. When in critical health, gain 40% damage resistance. And for his sixth one, he has Fresh Focus. When out of stamina, counter guard breaks, blocks, and parries regenerate 20% stamina. And for his seventh one, he has Bulk Up. When gaining a renown level, increase your maximum health by +4. I would recommend just Vengeful Barrier, Last Stand, and possibly Shields Up if you want those, but it is up to you.
Zone A. Enemy team is breaking. Captured Zone C.
That is going to do it for today's video, everyone. I do hope you guys enjoyed today's video on Highlander. I honestly like Highlander. He's not that bad of a hero in For Honor right now. I would say he's pretty good in 1v1s in my opinion, rather than 4v4s, because in 4s, I feel like if you just fight yourself or just fight with anyone else in 4s, you're gonna get wrecked because of people who would just literally beat the crap out of you or just hug spam you if they get the chance to. But he overall is not that bad of a hero. He is really good in ones in my opinion. A really good duelist, I would say, but and 4v4s not so much. I want to know what you guys think about Highlander down below in the comments, and also let me know what you guys thought of the video. Did the video help you at all? Please let me know in the comments what you guys think. And also, if you want to see me live playing either For Honor or different games, just go and check out my Twitch and my TikTok. Both my Twitch and TikTok are in the description below if you want to check them out, as I do play different games over there and just have a good time chatting with you guys. That's really what I do, is just chat with you guys, have a good time, and just make jokes and play some games. Pretty much it. But hope you guys still enjoy the content. As always, I am TheGamingRaptor. Like, share, comment, and subscribe below what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Alright guys, peace out.